Today's presentation will review financial information or institutional finance for Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute and highlight the different revenues of funding streams used by colleges and universities. Public and private higher education institutions usually receive funding from five major sources: government aid, grants and contracts, philanthropy, including funds from religious organizations, auxiliary enterprises, and tuition and fees. Funding dollars differ widely from the different institutions and from state to state. As you can see the mission statement here, it's important to note that CCC and TI is the 18th largest community college in North Carolina and serves 13,000 students annually. The institution receives funding from multiple streams, including government aid, grants and contracts, philanthropy, auxiliary enterprises, and tuition and fees. The college practices some of the same models as undergraduate colleges where finances are discussed in a more discrete manner and very limited budgetary discussions take place. The college usually charges all students standard tuition and fees regardless of the cost of the programs or courses that they take. Following such model, CCC and TI distributes its money not in relation to what the program or department earn, but by the relationship of the cost of the academic design of the curriculum. And as a result, the key issues about money is secondary. But the college has started using cost-benefit analysis to identify programs that are self-supporting or programs that drastically are over budget. Let's review the five sources of money or dollars received by colleges or universities. Government aid is funds from federal and state dollars that support higher education institutions, like Pell Grant funding that is given to currently enrolled qualified students. Tuition and fees is free revenue dollars from instructional costs and fees, such as fees from required software or equipment. Philanthropy is endowments and annual giving from companies and individual donations, including employees of higher education institutions and on occasion religious organizations. Auxiliary enterprises is revenue or money from residence halls, parking fees, meal plans, and other living expenses that students pay. Grants and contracts is money received from sponsor programs for individuals or businesses in the community. CCC and TI is a public institution that does not focus on reporting how much profit the college earned during the year. Instead, it reports to its accrediting body and other agencies on how the institution used the money from each identifiable source of funding. CCC and TI, like other public community colleges and universities, account annually for its overall financial status by providing a statement of financial profile. The report is similar to a traditional balance sheet used in financial reporting. The dollars are usually awarded behind a backdrop of political issues and concerns from local, state, and federal government. For the state of North Carolina, the General Assembly or state legislature debates, argues, and concedes political issues to ultimately approve a physical budget. According to the 2016-17 presidential report to the community, CCC and TI had three big pots of money: state, local, and institutional funds. The college published its annual expenditures in the President report, as seen here on the slide. The college, like other public institutions, need to carefully allocate resources and contingency contracts for employees such as part-time adjunct faculty. Contingency contracts allow a college or university the ability to manage faculty salaries or operational costs in accord with short-term faculty productivity. If a contingent faculty member is not teaching at a high level of quality and quantity, the institution can more easily terminate the individual contract and hire someone else. Here on the slide is the other overall expenses for CCC and TI that actually totaled over $33 million for 2016 and $34 million for 2017. CCC and TI's annual fund drive is a source of philanthropy resources. These funds serve to provide students various scholarships, student aid, and endowments. The foundation also provides faculty and staff mini grants for internal purposes to foster an environment for specialty projects, including international travel attached to curriculum courses. For the 2017 annual fund drive, the campaign had a goal of $365,000 that was reached to be a source for students. Three key budgetary strategies include zero-based budgeting, where institutions build their budgets annually from ground zero; responsibility-centered management, RCM, recognizes that organized units of the college generates both income and expenses; and performance budgets is a budget model that draws on lessons learned from the past and is a combination or hybrid of various systems that focus on the improvement of productivity and quality. CCC and TI uses a performance budget model that identifies the different streams of incomes and balances it against the college's expenses and liabilities. This model allows the college to focus on productivity and quality. CCC and TI has three key financial dilemmas: sustaining programs that are not self-supporting and treating them in the same manner as programs that are self-supporting; restriction on how dollars can be spent. For example, equipment dollars can only be to purchase equipment; and appropriately coding faculty salaries between research and instruction or between the different programs that they may teach course materials in. The institution has to deal with multiple issues such as technology, partnerships, diversity, regulations, and other key topics that requires them to have a key understanding of higher education finance. In conclusion, administration members of higher education institutions have to walk the fine line between protecting student and employee personal information as mandated by FERPA, while also meeting the required transparency expected by public institutions. Public and private higher education institutions usually receive funding from 5 major sources that are sometimes entangled in political arguments. CCC and TI has a strong financial health, but to improve college positions, it would be beneficial to increase funding awarded from external grants. The college has worked hard to form partnerships with business and industry. These partnerships have created great opportunities for students to gain advanced skill sets to become more employable.